Hi everyone, welcome to Gnan Cloud Garage. In this session, I'm going to talk about HPE Storage Solutions. So here is the agenda. What is the storage evolution? Before we are going to understand the HPE storage solutions, we have to understand what is the storage evolution, and then I will talk about what are the HPE storage solution and what is the HPE system defined storage array positioning, and what is the HPE software defined storage positioning, and what are the different types of access methods available. Okay, and before going to the actual topic, let's quickly give you one use case scenario. Let's say in our customer data centers, we have a multiple racks and running with a physical servers. Either it is a 1U servers, 2U servers, or 4U servers. Whatever the servers you have in our physical environment, physical data center, all these physical servers require a storage access. This storage can be, we can use a network attached storage, or we can use iSCSI SAN, or we can use fiber channel storage. And nowadays we can also use a software defined storages. These all main end goal will be all can provide a storage for our workload, all our production workloads. So that is the reason we have to understand the importance of the storage evolution, storage solution, and how about the system defined storages and software defined storages. Okay, let's quickly start with the first point. What is the storage evolution? So in storage evolution, in general, if you observe the 10 years ago, most of the organizations are started, they are using a traditional storage only. So traditional storage is nothing but the era of basic storage. Normally it consists of JBOD, just a bunch of disks, and all our server hard drives is configured with a RAID. A RAID we can configure with a redundant array of inexpensive disk with RAID 0, RAID 1, and RAID 5, and so on. And we can also configure the zoning at the fiber channel switch level, and we can use your fiber channel to access from our storage to fiber channel switch and switch to the storage box. Our main media will be fiber channel cables. Okay, and we can also connect it to the ethernet based SAN also. Not only the fiber channel SAN, we also have a methodology for ethernet SAN in a traditional environment. And later on, there is a advanced storage is evolved. That means our storage, traditional storage is enhanced to the advanced storage. During the era of advanced storage, we have a software defined storages or hardware enabled storages. And within that storage, we have mainly for a three types of storage access. We can access through block level access, file level access, and object level access. Even I explained you the importance and differences between file, block, and object storage in our previous session. Just in case if you had not attended that session, you can refer to our previous video from our playlist tab. And and we can also prepare the volumes of spinning volume, solid state disk, and also hybrid means it's kind of a mixed of multiple disks. Excuse. And even the advanced storage, you same using the traditional storage, we are also make it as a converged concept. So converged is nothing but a server with storage is nothing but a converged, or any devices when we mixed with the two devices is nothing but a converged. And if you are using a hypervisor operating system, that is nothing but a hyper converged. Okay, normally converge means server plus storage, and hyper converged means ESXi plus server plus storage. So hypervisor, when hypervisor involved with the converged concept, that is nothing but a hyper converged infrastructure, either HCI or we call it as hyper converged. Okay, and now the latest era of storage is mainly for data intelligence and also the cloud data managed storage, and HP is already entered into a new era. This is the high level overview of storage evolution. Okay, and the key point here is HP is now in the new era of intelligent storage, providing extraordinary economies and outcomes. So this is achieved by using artificial intelligence, and not only in a particular storage and management system but also in a HPE cloud-based allowing crowd learning as well as a proactive and predictive alerting. So all these key capabilities are available with a new era. Okay, so now let's talk about the another point. What are the HPE storage solutions? So when we are planning for a HPE storage solution, first understand these storage solutions are divided into two categories. One category is system defined category, another one is software defined storage. So that point only I highlighted here. The two categories can be broken down into product categories covered with respect to HPE offering. So these storages can be used for a physical environment. Physical servers require the storage, and that is one solution, and it is also required for a converged environment. So converged means server with storage, we can also use this storage solution. And if any of these storages require a enhanced security and power optimization, during that scenario also we can use these storages. And if we plan to use for a object scale or high storage environment or object based storages also, we can use these solutions. So let's understand one by one. So as I mentioned, we have a mainly two types of storage solutions: system defined and software defined. When it comes to the system defined, within the system defined storages, we have a three categories: traditional storage and all flash drives, and artificial and intelligence enhanced storage, and unified cloud data managed storage. So within the traditional storage, as I mentioned, traditional storage means we have a just bunch of disks or configured with a RAID and all. But if you want to know the specific model, what are all the models is considered as a traditional storage means, I am giving a few examples. So HPE Experience one model, and we have XPE 7 and 8 models, and we have HPE MSA. MSA means modular storage array, or sometimes you can also call it as modular smart arrays. So this MSA storage generally we can use for a small scale industries. If any of the customer branch officers they want to use the storage, we can prefer the MSA solution. And store HPE Store Easy and HPE Store Ever. And similarly, when comes under the all flash artificial intelligence enhanced storage level, we are using HPE 3-part model and HPE simplicity. In general, simplicity commonly used for a hyper converged infrastructure, and HPE store ones and unified cloud data managed storage. For under unified cloud data managed, most of our modern applications and also the cloud native solutions, we would prefer to use a HPE Alletra storage. Within the HPE Alletra, we have different models: 9K, 6K, and 5K. In other words, we can call it as 9000, 6000, and 6000 DHCA model and 5000 model. This 5000 is the recently released during the HPE Discover 2022. Officially, HPE released this model, HPE Alletra 5000 or 5K. And in addition, we can also have a common solutions for all flash and unified cloud data is HPE Primera, and we also have HPE Nimble Storage DHCA. Okay, hyperconverged infrastructure models. And now let's talk about the another category, which is software defined. This software defined storage mainly used for your big data and whatever our applications. For example, most of the container applications require a object storage. Those scenario will go for a software defined storage and also scale out storage. Scale out means if your your data is very huge data to want to increase your storage, better option is we should go for a software defined storage. Normally in our traditional models, thus instead of software defined storage, we used to use a tape libraries and sending the data for archival using a tapes only. But this concept now in the latest modern data protection or modern application scenario, it's completely a software defined storage. Okay, and what all the storage solutions we are providing is HPE Store One's virtual storage appliance, that is VSA. That means it's not a physical, it is completely a software only. And another one, HPE Zeto. Even HPE Zeto also providing software defined storage, and it is also have some additional capabilities like disaster recovery, and also it can able to replicate the data from site A to site B and so on. And we also have a HPE partner solutions. So HPE complete solutions such as the partner companies like Cohesity, Kumilo, Scality, StoreMagic, and VMware Virtual SAN and Cloudian. These all are some of our HPE partner solutions. Even sometimes when the customer is specifically looking for a software defined storages, our HPE working together with our partners, and depends on the customer's requirement, we will match the customer needs using these solutions. So some customers may use Cohesity, some customers may use Cloudian, and similarly some customers may use the Scality and so on. Okay, and sometimes if the customer is completely they are using a VMware environment, they would like to prefer a VMware virtual SAN. And how about long term storage? If they want to maintain a long term retention for their regular backup data, instead of sending to the offsite or sending to the tape library, they prefer to go for a Cloudian some cases, and some cases they may use a other storages like Scality, Cumulо, Cohesity, depends on the customer's choice. Okay, now let's talk about the first category, system defined storage. I explained about the few models. So these models I will show you in which scenario we prefer the traditional storage, in which scenario we prefer the all flash. That concept I will explain in the following slide. Okay, hope you got some quick understanding of what is the HPE storage solution, and main categories, two categories, system defined, software defined, and we already understand few models of system defined and few models of software defined storage, SDS. Okay, now let's talk about HPE system defined storage array. Let me elaborate some more, and how we are positioning to the customers when we are having a conversations with our customers. Normally they will tell us their business requirement. Depends on the customer requirement, we have to position the specific storage solution. Okay, let's say the first one is HPE MSA, Modular Storage Array. This modular storage array, normally it's more popular for affordable array for traditional deployment on a smaller site. Smaller site means it can be a customer's branch office or remote office. Okay, those offices, if the requirement of storage is minimal, we will prefer a HPE MSA solution. And another category is HPE Simplicity. This is one of the model, and this is generally if the customer is mainly looking for a virtualized environment. The virtualization can be either they can use VMware vSphere virtualization, server virtualization, or they can use Microsoft Hyper-V, or they can use Nutanix virtualization HCI. During these three scenarios, we would prefer to use HPE Simplicity model. So the description also says the similar note. Provides a complete VM data center including compute, storage, and backup. And Simplicity is a ideal for 100% virtualized environment in the data center and on remote sites. Okay, now let's talk about the another model of storage solution, that is HPE Nimble. The Nimble storage also mainly designed for artificial intelligence in mind, and HPE InfoSight for a self-driving experience, and available as all flash array or hybrid array. Normally most preferable to use as a all flash array, but some scenarios customers may go for a hybrid array. Hybrid array means the disk groups are will be in a different models of disks like HDD and STD, and but here all are a flash disks only. So any model we can use, and based on my experience, one of my previous customers, they used Nimble storage in our private cloud environments also. Okay, so this is also one of the solution we can prefer for virtualized environment and also the any of the private cloud solutions. And another is HPE Primera. Even Primera also have a, one of the main capabilities. It is tier 0 platform and combining the HPE 3-par enterprise features with the ease use of HPE Nimble storage, and combined with AI driven, artificial intelligence driven, and HPE InfoSights. InfoSight is the tool name. This InfoSights insights and support. It will provide the complete storage, health status, and also the reporting capabilities. Okay, and also advanced alerting like proactive alerting. And another solution is within the system defined storage array, that is HP Experience 7 and 8 models. So this storage mainly for a who are the customers they are using for a extreme performance and data availability needs, and with 100% data availability guarantee, we should go for a Experience 7 and Experience 8 models. And this is mainly for a big data and any of the high level ERP applications, we should go for this model. And another solution is HPE Alletra we have three models: 5K, 6K, and 9K. This is mainly for unified cloud data management. If any customers is looking for a cloud native solutions and also they want to store their container applications data, we would prefer to go for a Alletra. And another scenario, some customers they want to deploy a active sites, and the site A, site B can be active. If you want to provide a stretch cluster scenario, or if you want to prepare a peer persistent between the two sites, we have to use this solution. We should go for a Alletra 9K, or we can go for a 6K. Any of the customers, it depends on customer's choice. We can choose the respective models, but the models have a similar capabilities. And that point also says it provides on-site service centric storage for tier 0, mainly mission critical applications with the full cloud experience and AI driven HPE InfoSite insights. Okay, so with interest of our time, I highlighted a 6 use case scenarios for specifically for system defined storage. Okay, similarly, another 6 use cases I will show you for a software defined storage also. Okay, now let's talk about what is the HPE software defined storage positioning. Here also I'm taking a 6 scenarios. One scenario for block storage, mainly for virtualization and containers, and another scenario for file storage like file servers and object storage. These three are we commonly know: file, object, and block. But we also, at the end of the day, all our workload must have a backup. So we also require a backup and archive. And another scenario is big data. Some applications specifically to store big data, it is also one use case, and another use case is high performance computing. So within these 6 scenarios, we can use a software defined storage. Let's talk about the first scenario. Within the block storage, we can use the, as we already know, one of the popular storage from the VMware is virtual SAN. So using virtual SAN, instead of using a additional system defined or specific storage box, nowadays some organization they are already started using virtual SAN. All their workload stored on a software defined storage, which is virtual SAN. And another one is Microsoft. Even Microsoft also have a Hyper-V product. It is same like a virtualization only. This Microsoft Hyper-V also using software defined storage. And even we have a SUSE Linux also. SUSE is the company name. SUSE also have a compatibility software defined storages for block storage and object storage. And this is also one of the HPE partners company. And we have similarly another vendor, Hedwig, and this is also providing a block level software defined storage. And another one is SIF, and even SIF also providing a block level software defined storage and object level software defined storage. And similarly, other vendors like Scality is one of the partner, and Scality providing file level storage and object storage. Normally Scality have a two models like Scality Ring, Scality Ateska. If the customer is planning to use the minimum requirement is like 50 terabyte, they can go for a Scality Ateska. And if the customer minimum requirement more than 200 terabyte, they can go for a Scality Ring solution. Okay, and similarly other vendors, other partner is Cobyte, and Cobyte also providing object file storage and a big data solution, and also HP high performance computing. And likewise, we have other partner companies like Commvault. Commvault is already familiar name for a backup and archive. They are also providing object software defined storage, and they are also providing for a file server storage. And another one is Cloudian also, it's providing a object storage, and if the customer want to use for a scale out capabilities, they may prefer to choose Cloudian storage. And another for object backup and file is Cohesity also one of the partner. And another one is iTrinity. This is also one of the HPE partner for the providing the backup and archive solution. And HPE also have a some HPE authorized solution, that is StoreOne's VSA virtual storage appliance. This is also helpful for the backup and archive on premises and data centers. And Veeam also for backup archive. And we also have some other partner solutions like Cumulo, Comprise, etc. for file storage. And similarly for big data, we have authorized solutions from Hortonworks, Hadoop, and Apache Spark. They are providing a big data solutions. And similarly, HPE Esmeralda Data Fabric platform. That is also recommended for big data scenarios. And if any customers looking for a big data software defined storage, we can position this one also, HPE Esmeralda Data Fabric platform. And similarly, high performance computing, Vika.io and Lustre and HPE DMF. These are all providing a high performance computing solutions. Okay. Now, until now we talk about system defined storage and software defined storage. Now let's understand what are the different types of access methods are available. We have a in general three different types of access methods. Let's start with the first method is block. So within the block, as we know, we have a RAIDs and we can configure it as a LUN, logical unit numbers, and access mechanism we can access using fiber channel, SAS and iSCSI, internet SCSI. And for this data center proximity, it will always providing access to the host. Either it can be a physical host or it can be a physical hypervisors like ESXi, Hyper-V and Nutanix AHV. So any scenario we can use. And another access method is file servers. For file shares, it will provide access like a share and path name, and the access mechanism main protocols are CAFS, Common Internet File System Protocol, Network File System Protocol, HTTP and File Transfer Protocol is the access mechanism, and it can be accessed through local and wide area proximity, and mainly through the it will providing access directly to the client systems. It can be a laptop or it can be of any of the workloads, virtual desktops. Okay, and another mechanism is object storage. So object storage mainly we can access through IDs and metadata, and it can be accessible through REST API and internet proximity, and we can accessible through the internet, and all the applications container, for example container applications have a direct accessibility to the object storage via REST APIs. Okay, and some scenarios it may be vary, and also this is providing access simplicity, and you can able to scale based on the customer needs. We always do scale up and scale down and provides a latency, minimal latency. And another key point is not every application has the same requirements regarding the access method. It may be vary. And while database preferred to block access and web applications preferred object, or sometimes it can be file access. Okay, it's always customers requirement. Based on first, whenever we have a conversation with customer, we need to gather the requirement, and finally after the once we receive the customer problem or pain points or requirement, based on the requirement and pain points, we need to match our solution to meet the customer needs. Okay, so hope you got the clear idea of HPE storage solution, and whatever the customers joint solutions I explained, this is not only limited to those customers, and we also have plenty of other options. With interest of our time, I highlighted 6 scenarios within the system defined and also the software defined. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you. And if you're watching this video first time, please do view, like, share, and subscribe to my NAND Cloud Garage channel. And if you're already subscribed, I appreciate all your support. Bye for now.